Hey guys, okay, today we're going to be making the vanilla honey lavender cold brew. Now the ingredients are in the name, but we're also going to be needing a saucepan, measuring cup, strainer, and a bottle for storage after we're done. Now let's get started. First, you're going to measure out a cup of water, and then we're going to add it to the saucepan. Next, we're going to measure out about a half a cup of honey, and then you're going to add that to the water. Now, what we're making is a simple syrup. It's super easy. It just involves heating the honey in water until the honey is completely dissolved, and then adding any flavoring that you want, really. Now, we're going to put the lid on and we're going to take it to the stove. Now, we're going to set the flame to about medium. We just want this to come to a simmer. And then we're going to stir the water and honey together until the honey is completely dissolved. Now we need to split the vanilla bean for the syrup. We want the inside, so be careful not to cut yourself, but you're going to grip the end of the bean and then you're going to carefully split the bean all the way down. And then with your knife, you're going to scrape out the center, and that's what we want. And we're going to reserve that for the syrup. Now after the syrup has come to a simmer, we're going to add in the lavender and vanilla. So now add 2 teaspoons of the dried lavender to the saucepan. And then we're going to add in that vanilla that we had just scraped out and set aside. So go ahead and add that. And then we're going to continue simmering. And we're going to stir these together. Now you're going to simmer it for about a few minutes. Now after a few minutes of simmering, we're going to turn off the flame and then we're going to set the syrup aside to cool. Now after it's cooled for about 10 minutes, we're going to strain out the lavender. You want to make sure you get them all because it's not great to bite into one of those. Now once the syrup has cooled completely, we're going to pour it into the bottle for service, and then we can use that to make our vanilla honey lavender cold brew. So now that we made the syrup, we can make the cold brew. So first we're going to measure out 2 ounces of the syrup, add that to the glass. Next you're going to add your ice in about halfway up the glass. And then we're going to add in the coffee. So you're going to add in 8 ounces of the cold brew. And then pour that in. And then lastly, we're going to add about half a cup of milk to the glass. And just fill that all the way to the top of your cold brew glass. Now we're going to stir them together. And cheers!